Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. This channel is a sacred cache of wisdom created to help direct the deepest parts of your being towards healing, growth, and alignment with your highest self. If you have stopped by and you're watching, you have given me consent, you've given me the ability to connect with your energy. So thank you. Enjoy. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Today, the energy has shifted for the better. From yesterday to today, things seems like it's gone from maybe transitioning to day. If we were going from night to day, yesterday was like in between. Today, the sun is out, literally too. The sun is out. But today, in our encouragement for the day, the energy that came out um, was the Empress, the Nine of Cups, the Star, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Like, oh my gosh, it can't get any better than this. And so I feel like someone has stepped into, they are in the fulfillment, the desire, the wish. They're experiencing it right now as we speak. This is probably like the cornucopia of life that you're experiencing right now. When I looked into the astrological influences, we have Neptune that came out, the seventh house, and the eighth house. And so, what that says is that there's something that's happening where you may even be inspiring others as you're pulling this in. Maybe someone is able to witness you stepping into your moment. And whatever this is that you're bringing in, it does come with some details. It comes with some fine print, right? And so there's something here with Neptune about being willing to sacrifice for what it is that you want, being willing to surrender to the process of what this is. And this being like the only way to bring this in is through surrender with Neptune, the Neptune influences. And then when we look at the seventh house, this is all about bringing in balance and collaboration, cooperation. This could even be about some type of partnerships are coming in here through the seventh house. There's some working um, with others or having some level of balance here. And maybe even this could be you working alongside someone else at the same time while they're also fulfilling what it is that they're being given to. We also tapped into the eighth house, which is all about personal power. Y'all know I'm big on personal power, and having these mysteries unveiled right now. As I said, it feels like a cornucopia that's being experienced right now. And there's this major shift that has just taken place. Okay, it has just taken place. And many times when we talk about that, so many times we have people who are like, well, what are you talking about? Nothing's happening. I don't see anything changing. Everything just looks the same. Well, baby, listen, there is what we call time, first of all, is a man made perception, concoction. And everything with man is all about control, right? And so when we look at time, it's our attempt to control how things are being measured. And so when we look at things from a spiritual perspective, time is not of the essence. It doesn't matter here. And so when I say things have just shifted, it has. Now, the fact that you may not be able to see it, it could be happening and you're just not recognizing it. But it also happens in the spirit first. And then we have what catches up. It's done already, right? It's done, is what spirit is saying here. Now, there may be what we call need for a perception change or for the 3D to catch up with the 5D. Imagine time traveling, okay? And you're ahead of time, right? And so I don't know if you've ever saw that movie, The Langoliers, and I think it was from not Stephen King. It was uh, there's another horror sci-fi writer. Um, oh, I forget his name, but it's called The Langoliers. And they were they ended up going through this rip of time. And it's a good movie, great movie to watch. But on the way back, they ended up coming back, and they came back ahead of time. And so they had to kind of wait until time actually caught up to the moment where they were, right? So 5D, they came back in 5D where time hadn't actually caught up to where they were. And then when time, they were like a couple of minutes ahead. And so as they caught up with time, or time caught up with them, things began to like appear in their reality according to time, right? It's kind of like that. And so whatever this is has just taken place. It's done. It happened already. For those of you that don't see it yet, hold your horses, stay balanced, stay in alignment, right? There's something that is opening up here. Your job in this is to yield to it, to surrender to it, to be open and be willing to release anything that would stand in the way of you receiving this. The Empress came out here. This is all about receiving what's already done. We have the Nine of Cups and the Star. Wish fulfillment. What have you asked for? What have you been working for? It is already done, is what Spirit is saying here. The Nine of Cups is all about understanding what you already have, right? It's you being in a place of being able to look around and see what you have as resource. Nine of Cups, you have a whole bunch of things to pull from and to choose from. The Star is all about being guided and being led, almost kind of like a co-creating energy. Spirit is guiding you and has been guiding you and opening up this path to this land of rest and fulfillment, to this land where you're being guided to this space of promise. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Promise. And I also feel like you are tapped in to this process. I'm hearing that co-creating. You're tapped into this process. It's almost like you're just riding along with Spirit, and Spirit is like, well, what do you want? And you're like, okay, that and that. It's a very beautiful energy I'm feeling. I have the Eight of Wands. This is happening really quickly. For some of you, you're being positioned really quickly. You're recognizing what it is that you have at your disposal, what it is that you will need to be responsible for, right? It's a whole bunch. And so this is not to be taken lightly. I feel like this is a lot of responsibility. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. This may be something that is owed to you, maybe something that, is balancing out on your behalf. And you are in a position of receiving this now, stepping into this energy of, um, I don't necessarily want to call it independence, even though the Nine of Pentacles can say that for some of you, it could be, but it's more about being sustained and having what you need and not being codependent on anyone other than Spirit. Okay, other than your spiritual resources. This is having everything you need in the physical. It's Pentacles. And so the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, right? And so this is spiritual abundance and, material abundance. But it's also not getting caught up in that and being overwhelmed with that. It's just, it is what it is. I recognize it. I'm thankful for it. Thank you. Yes. Let me manage this well. And then it ends with the Seven of Cups, which is all about wisdom, wisdom of choice. Um, what's being brought to mind is I think it was King Solomon in our biblical stories, how he had everything that his heart could desire, and it wasn't enough. He had all the concubines that he could, handle, all the money, the best of food, the best of drink, and it still wasn't enough. He was still unfulfilled internally, right? And so the Seven of Cups talks about wisdom. It talks about wisdom, and that's what he ended up asking for. He said, I have everything that I could ever desire, but what I want is wisdom. And it is said that he was given it. He was known to be, according to biblical texts, one of the wisest kings, right? But there's something here about wisdom. And someone could be watching that has very strong biblical reference. Maybe that's why Spirit gave that to me. But there's something here about wisdom with the Seven of Cups, because with all of this, right, with privilege comes responsibility. And so there is a heavy responsibility here. Don't get it twisted. Neptune is here, which says, be prepared, right, to sacrifice. There is a give and take. There is something in the fine print here, okay? It's more than just receiving all of this and doing right. There's a part that you play in this. There's a responsibility on your part with this too, but it's beautiful. And this is what has been asked for. I get the sense there. And so you're in a position right now where it's all about surrender, release and receive, right? With Neptune energy. And so, yes, I'm so happy for whoever this message is for. This is a beautiful, encouraging message coming out today. And I'm going to pull one more card here just to end out. Actually, I'm going to pull an abundance card. I'm going to pull for my abundance card here. What last message would you like to leave after this amazing, amazing message? I feel like for whoever you are, things are about to change right before your eyes. Right before your eyes. You may go to bed one way and wake up in a whole nother world. Okay. Last messages for the viewer for the encouragement today. Non-duality. Yes, I'm with it. I'm with it. Non-duality. And so here, Spirit is reminding of you to let the true existence that we have been privileged to experience, let that ring loud, let that come forth and shine. This is all about living in the divine essence of our physical nature while also being able to surrender to our inner divinity, right? It's acknowledging both parts that we are duality at its finest. And we don't have to choose, right? We're talking a lot about the spiritual essence that we're experiencing, also with this physical abundance that we're experiencing as well. And Spirit is saying, don't get caught up in feeling like it has to be one or the other because you're dualistic, right? You can do both. You can do both. As a matter of fact, we're called to do both. Okay. And so that is the encouragement. It's all about recognizing both sides of what you're experiencing right now and addressing and acknowledging and becoming fluid at doing both of those at the same time. Okay. Beautiful message. Thank you for stopping by. Let me know if it resonates. Like, share, comment. Blood Moon Oracle here with the message of the day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.